Elon Musk has come to the rescue of the Ukrainian people by providing internet access where the Russian invasion has knocked it out. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much once again joining me for tea time. Today we have a little bit of misty morning, and that is it. I hope you're joining me with your cup of tea, a cup of coffee, whatever you have over there. It is Sunday. Normally I am not here on Sunday, but something happened yesterday afternoon, and I want to bring this to you because I think that it's very important. And I've been doing a lot of Starlink coverage as of late, and you guys have really liked it, so I want to continue on that path. And I feel that this is a very, very big thing and something that will move the entire globe going forward. Now, it doesn't matter which side of the fence that you're on for the Ukrainians or the Russians. The point is there's a lot of Ukrainian people that are suffering right now due to this war that has broken out. And what Elon has done is provide internet access to the people of the Ukraine. So where Russia has knocked out internet access, Elon Musk is bringing it back. And I think that this is really important. Once again, moving forward, this is massive. This is really big. Now, we've seen examples of this happen in the past with Elon. A perfect example is when that undersea volcano erupted right off the shore of Tonga that exploded with a force of like 10 megatons of TNT that caused the tsunami, and it knocked out the fiber optic cable that provided internet connectivity. He ended up using the Starlink satellites to provide the Tonga people, 105,000 of them, with full internet connectivity. This is the type of thing that we see him doing, and I think that that's fantastic. When you're talking about Elon Musk, some people like him, some people love him, some people hate him, but you do have to respect him for doing the good that he does with those satellites, with his service. All of the things that he creates are always for benefiting mankind, in my personal opinion. Now, could some of these projects eventually get into the wrong hands and end up being a negative than a positive? Yes, and I might do a video on that in the future. So Al Jazeera reports the internet connectivity in the Ukraine has been affected by Russian invasion, particularly in the southern and eastern parts of the country where fighting has been the heaviest. While extremely costly to deploy, satellite technology can provide internet for people who live in rural or hard to serve places where fiber optic cables and cell towers do not reach. The technology can also be a critical backstop when hurricanes or other natural disaster disrupt communications. Perfect example of that is, like I said, with that Tonga experience with the volcano and the tsunami. Now, Reuters reports Russia's Interfax news agency reports that Moscow launched a coordinated cruise missile and artillery strike on several cities, including the capital of Kiev. Another article in the New York Post reads, Ukraine's vice prime minister called on SpaceX billionaire Elon Musk to help the embattled nation with communication satellites on Saturday as they faced a third day of assaults from Russia. Now, the tweet to Elon Musk reads, while you try to colonize Mars, Russia tries to occupy Ukraine. While your rockets successfully land from space, Russians' rockets attack Ukrainian civil people. We ask that you provide Ukraine with Starlink stations and to address sane Russians to stand, basically to stand down. Now, Reuters continues with Russia's assault on the cities across the Ukraine have left parts of the country with internet outages. Through his company SpaceX, Musk has launched thousands of Starlink satellites into Earth's orbit, increasing broadband service in select areas across the globe. The satellites help carry large amounts of information rapidly to any point on Earth, avoiding the need of fiber optic cables. And that is one of the biggest points here. Using Starlink, you can have communication anywhere on the planet, for the most part, wherever there's a bird flying in the sky. One of the 2,000 birds that currently are up there that SpaceX has launched. One of the 2,000 Starlink satellites. If there is one overhead, you can have high-speed internet access just simply by having one of the little dishes right next to you within 150 feet. That is amazing. That is awesome. So that allows the people, even if they are attacked, to be able to have communications and get information out to the world. Now, the New York Post article continues with a quote from Fedorov. Now, he is the vice prime minister of the Ukraine. He says, quote, in 2022, modern technologies are one of the best responses to tanks, rockets, and missiles. Isn't that the case, guys? I've addressed the biggest tech giants to support the sanctions for Russian Federation. We asked them to help us stop this outrageous aggression on our people. The article continues, as the Ukraine endures air and ground assault from Russian forces, the country has also been subjected to cyber attacks this week. On Wednesday, the websites for the Ukraine's foreign ministry, as well as the cabinet of ministry and others in parliament, appeared offline for several hours after being the target of a massive distributed denial of service, or a DDoS attack. Now, if you don't know what a DDoS attack is, basically it's a denial of service attack, a little bit different. It is a subclass, let's call it, of a DOS. The DDoS is that distributed attack. So basically think of a ton, maybe 100, maybe 1,000 or even more devices that are on the internet, all sending traffic to a specific IP or a specific site or a specific server. This fake traffic just inundates it and takes it down. It cannot handle or process all of that fake data, let's say all of that fake traffic. Now, yesterday on Saturday morning, Fedorov also took to Twitter and called for Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and Netflix and Google all to block Russian-related accounts and access in response to these deadly attacks. One of Fedorov's quotes reads, "We've also asked Netflix for their support. We appealed to them to block the Russian Federation's access to Netflix and to shut off Russian content. We believe you do care. Let's stop this disgraceful, bloody war." This is what he tweeted. So we're not only just seeing the battle happen on the ground with missiles, cruise missiles, and troops, but we're also seeing the battle happen through cyberspace. And I think we're going to, as time goes by, we're going to see more and more of this type of war happening. Cyber war is massive. It is huge, and a lot of people don't understand this. With a cyber attack, someone can take down your electrical system, or your water supply, or your internet connectivity, whatever. They can take this down, and now all of a sudden, you're basically thrown back into the Stone Age. Right? So it is very important to be able to fortify your networks. And some of the countries are doing it well, and some of them are not. We know in the United States, we've been hacked a multitude of times where we had electrical outages, all sorts of problems have happened. And I'm sure there's a ton that we don't know about that are happening and are ongoing. Now, back to the Elon Musk thing. I just think that it is wonderful that he's helping the people. Once again, I don't care what side of the fence you're on. We don't want to see people die on either side, Russian side or the Ukraine. And having this war go on and knocking out connectivity makes it so that the Ukrainian people cannot reach out and communicate with their loved ones, letting them know that everything is okay. It's the same thing as when a hurricane hits or a really devastating volcanic eruption or whatnot, where it knocks out connectivity and now people can no longer communicate. Communication today is vital. And having the Starlink satellites up there provides a population of people that normally cannot have connectivity or do not have connectivity due to a natural disaster or war. Now they do. This is really, really big. And kudos goes to Elon Musk. Once again, if you like him, you don't like him, it doesn't really matter. When I see him do things that help people, you have to give the man respect. This guy has over $200 billion. Just to put this in context, that is more than Bezos. That's more than anyone. Over $200 billion. And it is estimating he's going to hit $300 billion net worth by the end of 2022. All right. So when you have someone that has that much money, they can do a lot of bad shit. But when you see people that have that kind of money doing good shit, you have to give them props for doing it. And that's what I'm seeing here. What are you seeing? What do you think? I really don't want to get into your thoughts or my thoughts on the war. This is really about the people and connectivity and Starlink and Elon Musk. I want to know what you think. I want to know what you think about the man, number one. I want to know what you think about what he's doing right now, number two. And also, what do you think about going forward, Starlink? Do you think that this is going to be something positive, or do you see it as something negative in the future? I really want to know your thoughts, because I think that this is a very interesting topic. So I'm going to get out of here. Once again, it's Sunday. I'm going to go hang out with the family. I'm heading back home. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please throw it a thumbs up. Also, click this little bell icon over here if you're already subscribed. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. When you click this bell icon, whenever I go live or when a new video comes out, you will be notified of it immediately. I'm out of here. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next one. Love you all.